We are live. Hi, everyone. Last day of the year. Last day of the decade. OMG. Let me set myself up here. I cannot believe that we are heading into 2020. Is that nuts? Is that crazy or what? I know people always say like, I can't believe how fast time is going. And it's like, when it's a new year though, it's crazy. So today we're talking about dieting. I wanted to end it on this note. And let me get I am not set up right. Maybe that'll be better. Okay, cool, good enough. Okay, so I have you guys on my iPad too to make sure that I'm getting all the comments. So I want to know what you guys are doing tonight. We are probably just going to lay low, but who knows? My computer's making crazy sounds because I'm live, but we're probably laying low, and I want to know what you're doing. What are some of the goals that you have too? Like, I'm very interested to know some of your resolutions, some of your goals. You know, some people don't believe in resolutions. Some people don't believe in goal setting for the new year. They think it puts a lot of added pressure. I say, why not use the momentum to get your ish together, you know, in my opinion. So I am definitely have some resolutions. Definitely did a lot of reflecting over the past week on the past year, the past decade, how far I've come. But today is not the day we're going to be talking about goal setting, but I still want to know what you guys have in mind for achieving for 2020. So comment. If you don't feel comfortable commenting, feel free to message me and maybe I can help you through any health and fitness related type goal to make sure that it's actually tangible, something that you can actually succeed with and feel really good. So today we're talking about dieting because this is such a huge topic, because when you think about it, the first thing that you want to do in the new year, if it's health wise, for the most part, it's like you want to shed some weight. And maybe you don't want to shed some weight, but you want to feel healthier. You want to feel like you have energy. You want to start cutting out breads and increasing your greens and reducing white rice and no more sugar, no more chocolate. You want to drink more water. Like, those are the things that we start to think about when it comes to resolving to be healthier. And I said this to my client earlier today. When you're talking about New Year's resolutions, it doesn't always make sense to say, I want to be healthier, right? We resolve to be healthier, but what are you going to do to get there? What is that small tangible goal that you can take action on every single week, every single month, every single day that's tangible for you? Something that is, I resolve to be healthy. Well, what specifically are you going to do? And a lot of the first thing that we do is start with diet. And I've seen it all. The no bread, no sugar, more water, no fruit, only fruit, extra veggies, fiber. Like, I've literally seen it all. So I kind of wanted to talk about my thoughts on what I believe is the best kind of diet to follow. And it all comes down to this one thing. But first, I want to go over some of the really key components to what makes a diet something you can stick to. At the end of the day, it has to be something that you can stick to. And there's three things that I really want to touch on today that any kind of nutrition program that you follow has to follow. It has to, or else you're not going to stick to it. I promise, because I've been there. And then if you want, I can go into each diet and I can explain to you why it would be good for you, but maybe not somebody else. So in this video, just to give you an outline of where I'm going with this, I'm going to list out some things that I think is extremely important to have in a diet so that you stick to it and that you get results. And then I'll go through the diets and we can discuss if I truly believe that it's a great way to go about being healthier in the new year. I know a lot of you are trying to either eat healthier, start a healthy lifestyle, lose weight, gain weight. It all comes back to diet. So the first thing is that our bodies need fuel. That's the first thing I want to touch on. If you are restricting any kind of food category, it can take away, majority of the time they take away your carbs. So in diets like ketogenic, in diets like Whole30, Paleo, like they don't take out all carbs, but they take out a lot of carbs. And then you get a list of things you can't eat. Beachbody does incorporate some carbs, but not to the point where it's like enough. And the reason that I say this is because that's our body's main fuel source. And this is especially important if you're active or you're a mom, because I know that if you're a mom, you need energy. So if you feel like you don't have energy, it's because you're not eating enough, specifically carbs. So I'm not saying eat a donut, which, if you want to eat a donut, eat a donut. I'm saying that the good kind of carbs, complex carbs like oats and brown rice and sweet potatoes, those can give you a lot of energy. And who doesn't want more energy? And I know that a lot of you will say, well, keto uses a different energy source. It uses your fat source. And if you're not sure what keto actually is, that's what happens. Instagram, I'm moving you again. Over it. What happens is that instead of using carbs for fuel, it uses fat for fuel, which is fine. Okay. In that aspect, I understand why some people would choose keto. But let me go into the rest of my little training, and then you can tell me if that's still something that lines up with your goals. So first things first is that our body needs fuel. Your body's usually, if you're not ketogenic, will use carbs as their main source of fuel. And if you work out, if you work out, if you're a mom, if you even going up and down the stairs, like just living, you need energy, AKA carbs. Okay. Second thing, if you choose a diet that is something like the ketogenic diet, you're cutting out a lot of fruits and veggies because, and again, I'm going to go back to the ketogenic diet because it's very trendy. I mean, I don't know. Is it still trendy or was it just like a 2018, 2019 thing? I hope it's not coming into 2020. So I guess you can see my opinion with keto. But when you do keto, you're choosing not to eat carbs or 20 grams of carbs, which is literally you can eat a banana and that's all your carbs for the day. So to me, and this is my thought process, if it comes from the earth, like a banana, apple, pineapple, mango, broccoli, cauliflower, sweet potato, if it comes from the earth, why in the world wouldn't you eat it? It comes from Mother Nature. I'm yelling, I'm sorry. But it comes from the earth. And if it comes from the earth, it nourishes us. It gives us vitamins. It gives us minerals. It gives us energy, fiber. So I want you to be very mindful of the diets that you're choosing because you need fruits and veggies. I wish that this wasn't something that I had to talk about because any single doctor that you go to, unless it's a ketogenic doctor, will say, do you eat your vegetables? Like it comes from the earth. So you want to eat vegetables. So I want you to pay attention that if the diet is telling you not to eat carbs, you're essentially saying that you are not allowed to eat bananas, apples, even berries have carbs in it. Broccoli has carbs in it. And maybe we just don't know this. A lot of people just don't know that. The third thing that a diet has to have in order for you to stick to it, in order for you to get results, in order for this to be a lifestyle, in order for this thing to be forever and not an on again, off again thing where February 1st you have to start again, it has to be sustainable. So if you do a diet like keto or Beachbody, which you have these little containers and you have to fit stuff in, which you can't drink, you can't eat cookies, you can't eat donuts, you can't eat a piece of pizza, never. Like that just means never. You're never allowed to eat it. I'm not saying like a slice. Like what is a slice going to do to you? Nothing. You'll never be able to eat that. So you're telling me that you're never going to eat pasta again? I mean, really? I don't know if we can be friends if you can answer yes to that question. And maybe it's not pasta, but a cookie? Come on. Come on, you're going to cut out cookies? Because guess what happens? In 3 weeks, or on February 1st, I guarantee you're going to want to take your diet and you want to shove it up my ass. Because the idea of restriction makes you want to eat it even more. So many of my clients, when I give them permission to eat sweets, they choose not to eat them. Like they don't even want them because they've said like, I can have it. So like, I don't feel the need to. Christmas just went by. Thanksgiving, like all the holidays just went by, and New Year's Eve tonight, and none of them feel restricted. None of them. They were like, oh, I was fine. I had a little piece of pie. I had a few cookies. Maybe I had a glass of wine, because they didn't feel like, oh my God, here's this cookie. I can't wait to have cookies because I never eat cookies. It's like, they don't have that experience. So like, let's go through it. Let's go through not each diet, because that'll be a long video, but like keto. Our bodies need fuel. Okay, so a lot of you will say ketogenic diet, your body will get fuel from fat source. Okay, so let's go to the next one. You're depriving yourselves of food that are good for you. In the ketogenic diet, you're depriving yourself of fruits and veggies. No. And this is just my thought and opinion. You don't have to follow this, but I would never, ever recommend something to you that you cannot sustain for a long time. I would never recommend something to you that would tell you not to eat fruit. I got a meal plan one time from a gym that I went to, and on top or on the bottom, it said foods to avoid. And the paragraph was literally this big. Bananas, apples, mangoes. Literally, it comes from the earth. I understand some people are like, no soda, no alcohol. Like, I kind of get that, which even still, if you're restricting, you're probably going to want that thing even more. Like, I don't even drink soda, but if somebody told me I couldn't drink soda, I would want it even more. But like, you're telling me that I can't eat fruit? There's no need to do that. And maybe you're like, well, Donna, I'm so fed up. Like, I'm so fed up with my body. I'm so fed up with what I look like. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do. I feel you. There is so much misinformation out there. You do not have to cut out bread. Please don't cut out bread. I want to teach you how you can still add bread into your diet, but still lose weight or still gain weight. Whatever your goal is, you can 100% have the foods that you love while still getting results. 100,000,000%. Every single one of my clients is eating more than they ever have. They don't restrict a single thing. You will never get a letter from me saying you can't eat this whole list of food. Never. They're eating more food. They're getting more results than they've ever had in any other program. And also, they don't feel like they need to binge. They don't feel guilty. That guilt is like, ugh, that could eat you alive. I teach all of this in my group coaching program. It's called the 2020 Reset. We start on Monday, January 6th. And in that program, you'll learn the ins and outs of eating healthy without doing crazy diets, without doing keto and paleo and Whole30. You don't have to go vegan. You don't have to go gluten-free. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that so that you can sustain this for the long term. My biggest goal for every single person that, even if you're not one of my clients, even if you're just somebody who watches my videos, I want you to be able to say, I can be healthy for the long term. I can do this. This is totally realistic for me. Now let's go through the other things. Gluten-free. If you have experimented and you've eaten everything besides for foods with gluten, and you saw that it helped your digestion, and you saw that it cleared your skin, and you saw these incredible side effects physically and mentally, then maybe it's best for you to be gluten-free. But under no circumstance do you need to be gluten-free in order to reduce bloating or in order to lose weight. And that's the mistake that I see a lot of women making. Do you want to be vegan? Fine. But don't do it for the sole purpose of energy or losing weight, because that's not always the case. I know that there was like a documentary on Netflix. I forget what it's called. And like these power athletes were like professional athletes went vegan and they feel stronger than ever and they have this incredible energy and all of that. And if that works for you, like if you feel like you want to do that for animal sake, if you want to do that for the previous reasons, like I was talking about gluten-free, if you feel like you kept everything the same in your diet, but you only reduced animal products and you saw your skin clear, you have more energy, you feel like your digestion is better, by all means, do it. But do not only do it because somebody on Netflix thought it was a good idea. Like there's documentaries on why eating meat is great. So we choose what we want to hear. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with any of these diets, whether you're gluten-free, Atkins, Paleo, Keto. I want you to do something that is empowering to you. But the number one question that I want you to ask yourself is, can I stick to this for the long term? January 2021, will I say, I have the same exact diet, I live a healthy life, I have energy, I eat whatever I want in moderation, but I'm also getting results? Is that who you want to be? Or is the person you want to be somebody who starts and stops diets every other freaking day? And the reason is that it's not sustainable. All my clients, they know after our time is done together, they know how to eat healthy. They don't need to do diets, but they're still getting results. If you want to be one of my clients, join the group coaching program. We start on Monday, January 6th. It's called the 2020 Reset, and the link is donnadfitness.com/2020 reset. Workouts, nutrition, trainings, community, high-level mentorship. You get it all in one package. But to go back to the dieting, it drives me crazy when people are like, I want to lose weight, I'm going to go vegan. I want to lose weight, I'm going to go gluten-free. I want you to experiment. Eat all the same foods, do all the same skincare, do all the same things. Maybe get rid of the animal products, see if anything changes. But that specific diet that doesn't mean that you're going to lose weight. Do you vibe what I'm putting down? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Is this landing? So if you want to lose weight, of course you can try any of these diets, but I want you to think, am I fueling myself? Am I restricting myself? Am I depriving myself of foods that are very good for me? Can I sustain this for the long term? I want you to imagine that girl 1 year from now. Yes, 1 year. I want you to be able to sustain your healthy lifestyle for 1 year. You shouldn't be on a diet for 3 months. And maybe you're like, okay, well, I'll lose the weight. And then once I lose the weight, I'll stop. I'll go back. I'll just maintain. Right? I'm going to do keto for, my screen time on Instagram and Facebook. It's expiring 5 minutes. Okay. Note that I set a thing on my phone where it disables Instagram and Facebook after a certain amount of time so I can reduce my consumption. But where was I? I want you to do a diet and eat the way that you want to eat a year from now, 2 years from now. And you don't need to do these crazy diets. If you want to try them, by all means, try it. But there is no magic pill. There is no magic answer. If you truly think that keto is for you, not because Susie told you, not because it's trendy, not because all these things, you think that that's going to be the one thing that will stick. I want you to do it because you truly align with that diet. You truly feel like you can do this for the long term. Can you not eat pasta for 1, 2, 3 years? Can you do that? Because as soon as you stop any of these diets, the ketogenic diet, Beachbody, any of those diets, guess what? You're going to gain that weight back. You're going to feel super freaking annoyed that all that work was for nothing. I have a comment here. Weight Watchers diets fit the healthy description you're outlining. I absolutely agree with that. Weight Watchers is one of the only nutrition strategies that I vibe with. Not the only, I shouldn't say the only, but it's one of the diets that I'm not totally against because, I'm like the anti-diet coach. None of my clients will ever do a diet under my supervision, never. But Weight Watchers is really great because it introduces portion sizes. The thing that is lacking with Weight Watchers is I know that there's accountability in the meetings, but that's it. Like there's nothing else. And sometimes when you're struggling, you need something a little bit more. And I truly believe that a healthy lifestyle is not just nutrition. And Weight Watchers is just one aspect of that. So if you are doing Weight Watchers and you're working with a personal trainer and you have a mindset coach, then yes, you have the whole package. But I don't want to I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot my own horn and say that all of that is necessary in order to transform. You can't just do the nutrition without the exercise and the mindset practices. You can't just do the mindset practices without the nutrition and working out. They all go hand in hand. The 4 things that are necessary is the nutrition and nourishing, exercising and moving your body, the mindset practices like having a morning routine, getting into meditation, doing a yoga practice, like doing things that nourish your soul. And number 4 is creating healthy habits and creating those small steps to get to that end result instead of just going from 0 to 100. And the problem with a lot of these diets is that it's just a diet. It's not a lifestyle. And that's the one problem that I have with Weight Watchers, although it is a great way to introduce people into portion sizes. So that's my take on Weight Watchers. That was a great question. And her username is Unique Mischief. Ooh. Does anybody have questions about any specific diet that they've tried? Any opinions on that? Let me see. I don't know if I can. Let me mute this and see if there's any comments in the Facebook group. I don't see any. So let me know what your opinions are. Again, I want you to do something that really feels inspiring to you and really feels in alignment. And it has to be sustainable. If you take anything from this video, it has to be something you can stick to. It has to be something that 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you can say, you know what? I am totally fine on this diet. I don't feel restricted. I don't need to change my ways. I am perfect exactly how I am. I don't go to parties and binge because I restrict myself. And I want you to keep those things in mind when you're choosing how you want to eat for the new year. Cool? When you are ready to join a program that literally has everything you can imagine in creating this lifestyle for the long term, I want you to click the link. Oh, shit. Oh, I cursed. Did it X out of my live video? Oh, it didn't. Oh, I'm sorry for cursing. When you're ready to have the all-inclusive program, something that touches on every aspect that I truly believe and have seen for myself is necessary for progress and results, for weight loss, and to keep it off. I want you to click the link, donnadfitness.com/2020reset. I'll leave it in the description box and look it over. You'll see everything that you get. This is for the people that have tried the diets, who have tried doing things over and over again. Every year they say they're going to get healthy. This is for you. This is why I created the program specifically for the new year. We start the first Monday in January, which is this Monday. So get your spot. This is the lowest ticket offer I've ever had in any of my coaching, and you get everything. You get all 4 tiers of my programs: the nutrition and meal guidelines, the exercising, healthy habits, and the mindset practices. All of that is in one program so that you can actually stick to this for the long term. That is my ultimate goal for you. I hope you have a great New Year's. Let me just check the comments real quick. I'm also live on YouTube if you want to follow me. I am at Donna D Fitness, I'm pretty sure. All right. I love you guys so much. I hope you have such a fabulous New Year, and I'm praying that this year, 2020, will bring nothing but happiness and health and love and all the blessings in the world. I want you to feel free in your body and free with dieting so that you never have to diet again. And that is my blessing for you. I love you guys so much. That's that for my last live stream in 2019 in this decade. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye, Instagram.